doing it live week 105, but we're not really live.
No, we're not. We are. It is actually Saturday morning.
Yes.
In El Salvador, and we're on just about to head off on a road trip. So we had to pre-record this one because we're quite a little bit unsure where we're going to be on Monday. So
it's all good, but we're coming to you ahead of time. We've got Tim on the desk today, which is awesome. Thank you for coming in, Tim. He even brought in sweet treats, which is pretty good.
Yes.
We enjoy
when you come to Berlin, you're going to need to check out Tim's sweet treats.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool. Like the food culture here is starting to develop. It's getting really good. Last night we had a chicken dinner together. Yep. Well, we didn't enjoy the chicken, but we went to the dinner.
We watched the preparations.
Yeah. There was a few challenges, but we went to bed earlier.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good things to do.
Yeah,
all right.
Sat shout out Mark. I'm going to shout out Mark.
Yes.
Because we had a call with Mark this week. And he was like, oh, by the way, I bought your book. And we're like, what? And so he purchased our ebook, which is awesome. Thank you, Mark. Really appreciate that. We had a great call with him, Mark Bitcoin, and it was awesome. It was really nice to meet him in person.
We did. We planned his 10-day trip here in El Salvador, and gosh, he is going everywhere.
Yeah.
He's going to be have a few miles clocked up on his rental.
It's really impressive. Yeah. It's very cool. All right.
Okay, so Bitcoin... just meetups that are coming up this week. We have got the Bitcoin Berlin on Monday, of course, at 6:30. We have got My First Bitcoin Open Home on Tuesdays from 2 till 7, of course, in the casual meetup in San Salvador as well, from 7 p.m. Then Bitcoin Beach Friday dinners, and the Bitcoin is out west every second Monday of the month at the Spanish Beats Cafe. That's in Santa Ana. Then we have the Bitcoin Farmers Market this Sunday in El Zonte. NOSTR Devs Meetup in San Salvador on the last Wednesday of the month. Last Thursday of the month is My First Bitcoin Meetup. And of course, last Friday of the month is the Bitcoin Beach Meetup. And also, the last Saturday of the month in La Praia is the Bitcoin Beach trip. So the first 10 get to book seats on the bus. So do go on to Eventbrite and you can book your seats to get down to La Praia for the last Saturday of the month.
Taking the bus is super convenient because then you don't have to do any of the driving and you can just have a snooze on the way there and on the way back, because it's quite a big trip.
It is a big trip. And one thing just to mention, more details are all in our calendar, which is in our newsletter. Now our newsletter's changed slightly this or last week, and so you'll actually click on the calendar link and you'll actually get to see all the calendar links and all the details. This will be constantly updated as the event places change.
Yeah, so we're actually going to embed it in the website as well. That's a coming feature.
Okay, yeah.
It just reduces our workload for keeping you guys up to date, and because a lot of the events are repeating, you can see all of them out into the future. 'Cause one of the challenges with a lot of these events is they're not all in one location, so we've gone to put them all in one location for your convenience.
Yes. Now, one thing, the Adopting BTC, I can't forget that. So end of November, Adopting BTC, the 16th and 17th of November. Make sure you book space both sides of the Adopting BTC because on the 15th is My First Bitcoin Unconference plus the premiere movie night. And then, of course, you need to make time to go to El Zonte. You need to make time to come up here to Berlin and spend some sats.
And make sure you watch the show with Charlie and myself. We're putting out a show regularly. Subscribe to the Twitter and YouTube for Adopting Bitcoin to watch that show. We actually got 2 in the pipeline. I was expecting number 4 to come out already, but the social media person must be busy. It's all good. We're not going to be at the farmers market tomorrow, yesterday, depending on how you look at it.
Yes.
And but this shirt, Nikki was just commenting how much she enjoys this shirt this morning. We really appreciate Gerardo and producing custom shirts for people. So if you want to get a custom shirt, he will make to order. But hopefully you had a great time at the Bitcoin Farmers Market. Remember to take sats. Oh, and something that I think would be really funny, ask the vendors to please put their price in sats.
Yes.
Just ask them.
Yeah.
Because we normally ask people if they'll accept Bitcoin, but the next level, why don't you have your price in Satoshis?
Yeah.
Like, give them a hard time.
Absolutely. So the soap won't be there for about the second time in a row, maybe third time in a row.
Yeah.
Apologies for that one.
All right, we're going to go to Monday?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Okay, right. So Mondays are always a pretty great Groundhog Day for us, but we had just come back from being a week down in Alzante. So James was catching up on work. I was catching up on getting the house into some form of order, as well as prepping for our live. We came to the centre in the afternoon. We did our njelsalvador live. We had Tim on the desk, which was amazing. We also had Joel was here checking out Tim and making sure Tim was on point, or vice versa. I'm not quite sure there. And then James worked with Charlie and filmed the Adopting BTC 24 too. And Joel was on the desk for that. So that was Monday.
I think we talked about Deanna, who's down in, at the beach, and she's just done a book, and we're really looking forward to her putting that out. And then we also talked about another chap called James, who's I don't know a lot about him. Basically, his first time I saw him was through the speaker, but check it out because we talk about the interesting things that they're going to talk about at Adopting. If you're on the fence about buying tickets, go watch the show.
Right,
Tuesday?
Yeah.
So working from home, as we do, that's what we do. That's how we pay the bills.
Yes.
And but before that, we actually had a walk in the morning down the hill and back up. I'm looking at my phone. Yeah. All right. At least someone's on point. And on the walk, on the way back up the hill, our neighbour had their baby goat outside, and they didn't have much grass on the ground. And we said, "Oh, well, we've got lots of grass." And so she loaned us the baby goat for the morning. And we had a baby goat in our yard for the morning, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, it didn't eat much grass. Ate a lot more succulents.
Yeah. So Nikki's succulent plants got hammered, but she was saying they needed to be cut back anyway. So at least they went to a good cause, fattening up the goat. So that was really good. And then Nikki's made a Moto Taxi contact page, which we're going to put up in the centre.
Yeah.
It's looking really good. It would be nice because we've got 4 Moto Taxis that officially accept Bitcoin here. So it's just a matter of finding them, and this page is going to allow people to find them. So when you come, you can take a moto taxi using Bitcoin, which would be awesome. Then we also went to buy vegetables in the Mercados, and after that we went to visit Gail's new location here, which was really good because she had actually brought back some kefir grains for us. So we really appreciated that. And then in the afternoon, later in the evening, Charlie took us to the raw milk producer here. And we paid for our raw milk in Bitcoin, and it was a real experience. Yeah. Like, it was quite authentic.
It is. You sort of go to a dead-end alley and you knock on this guy's door. And it's quite weird, eh? You're sort of going, where are we?
It's not really a dead-end alley.
No, but it is. It was a dead-end street.
No, it's open. It goes off in 2 different directions.
Oh, does it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't look properly. Anyway, so we knock on his door, and and we're able to. We take our glass jars. He fills it up with milk. The milk's still warm, which is quite amazing.
Fresh out of the cow.
Yeah, fresh out of the cow, and we're able to now get some really good raw milk, and it's got amazing. Next morning, the thick cream on top was incredible.
Very good. Good experience. So we're doing a water kefir and a milk kefir. Kefir, however you say that. So that'll be interesting, and as that grows and matures, we'll be able to share that around as well, which will be cool. Good probiotic food. And then we actually started updating our website, and it's a page that we haven't released yet. We're creating a specific page for Berlin to help anybody who's coming up find information easier, which would be really good.
Yes.
All right, Wednesday.
Cool, Wednesday. All right. So we worked from home on Wednesday morning. We then had, in the afternoon, we had our Spanish classes. So that was really good to get onto those. We also made a couple of different smoothies with the raw milk. So James loves his banana licuado.
I do.
You do. So we made a really good frozen... Oh, no, they weren't frozen, the bananas. But we made a really good banana smoothie. And then in the afternoon, we're thinking, we need a bit of pick-me-up. So we did a cacao one, which was great. Yeah. So we absolutely enjoyed that.
The tricks to it are to freeze the bananas. So that just brings the temperature down even more, which is really good. And all natural ingredients in there. Yeah. Well, it's like cacao that we've roasted ourselves and everything. Yeah. It was good.
And then we actually, James got on the computer again, but this time he actually was doing stuff for us. And he applied for Adopting BTC 24 for us to be speaking, which is quite exciting. As well as we also applied for the Suriname conference that is going to be, I think it's the 7th to 9th in November, so the week before Adopting. So we're going to go down there and speak at the Suriname Bitcoin conference.
Excited.
So this is going to be a pretty exciting
Yeah.
trip because we haven't been that far south in
No.
the Americas yet, and it could be an amazing new potential Bitcoin country.
So
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, so anyone who's not paying attention to what's happening in the nation state adoption game, there's a young lady called Maya who is going to run for president this term, which I think is early next year.
Yeah, May 25 the elections are. Yeah.
And she is promising to go Bitcoin country.
Yes.
Like full Bitcoin, I want to say a word that I'm not meant to say.
Yeah.
But she, Bitcoin standard, she's even talking about
Currency Bitcoin.
like taking it to another level where in the shops, basically they'll just start pricing everything in sats instead of the local currency.
People get paid in sats. It's going to be really interesting to see.
Next level. And I think the adoption could be really fast. So we're quite interested in what's happening down there, getting a lot of traction. Also, the conference is focused on NOSTR.
Yeah.
And today, are we going to go to our service?
Yes, we are.
There's a NOSTR app. Yeah. All right. We're going to talk about the Primal app, which is the NOSTR app that we basically use. So it's pretty... At the moment, it is an app that you can download from the App Store on your iPhone and on your Android, which you'll see there. And you can also use it on a web browser. Now, if you don't have a NOSTR account, these guys will walk you through setting it up. Remember, back up your keys, make sure you keep them in a safe place, because if you lose them or someone gets hold of them, they now have access to your account and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't change your password once the keys are created. That would be the number one thing to think about with NOSTR. Now, one of the awesome things about it is that it's a decentralized protocol. So NOSTR itself is a protocol, kind of like Bitcoin is a protocol, or HTML or internet base layer protocols like TCP, and then you put everything on top. So this app sits on top of NOSTR. So you can get any app you like once you've got the keys, but this one is the one that we're currently using the most. Nikki, have you...
I haven't really got much to say with NOSTR. I haven't had much to do with it. So, yeah, that's something I need to...
Yes. Yeah. So just remember, it is a bit clunky in terms of uploading things, writing things, updating things. It takes a bit to learn because it's still early days, basically made by nerds for nerds. But it's cool because one of the main features in there that we really like that's happening at a social level on the protocol, the content that gets liked the most is the stuff that people zap. So people can send Bitcoin to the posts that they like the most. And then what happens is you start to see the posts that earn the most money. Now, if you write crappy posts, generally people aren't going to send you money. But if you write good posts, generally you're going to get paid and they'll go up, which is kind of the opposite to Twitter, where people are engagement farming. So they generally write something controversial to make people angry, and then they get lots of likes and retweets, and that lifts their post. So if you want to start improving your social input, maybe it's time to start looking at a protocol that is designed to deliver value for value. Oh, see how I can transition that? Man. Yeah, so anyway, Primal's interesting. It's apparently got a Lightning wallet built into it. But we're not using the built-in Lightning wallet because on the iOS, they actually try and force us to do a really basic KYC. I'm not really happy about that. So on the web browser, it actually integrates with our Alby plugin, which is super convenient. So you can zap people conveniently from your browser. And Android, I think it's a bit more open. So yeah, check it out. Even just have a nosy. Create a throwaway account. See what happens. Figure something out. Cool. Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. All right. Okay. So I came into the centre early in the morning. James worked from home. There was as I got dropped off at the motor taxi, there was a fruit truck outside the centre with selling grapes and manzanas, apples, which was cool. So we were actually able to buy a big bunch of grapes and we could pay with Bitcoin. Yeah. So that's amazing.
And I think Evelyn or Patty, did they onboard the truck driver?
Well, Evelyn was, I don't know if Evelyn did, but she was the one there, and she was going, Nikki, we can pay with Bitcoin. So
okay,
sweet.
awesome.
So, yeah. So
Just takes time sometimes. You know, these guys, they need to hear it 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and eventually they're like, I want the money, so I'll do it.
Which is great. And then I spent some time on the Career Centre. I just finished one of the sound panels there and got that all finished, which is really great. So this Career Centre is looking amazing. We've got all sorts of people working in the Career Centre now. It's just so neat to see the hub and the buzz that's all going on in there.
It is very cool.
It's brilliant.
So these are the sound absorption panels as well. They're actually big foam squabs covered in calico with a wooden frame. So the leftover materials, it's cool. And our paintings in there. We should actually post that the video.
Yes.
But the paintings in there as well are actually the sound panels in behind, which is really cool.
Yeah, nice.
Or sound absorption. They don't make sound, they take away sound.
And then you'll see I took some photos here too. So this is in the tech centre in the main room.
Hands-on Bitcoin.
We've got hands-on Bitcoin tech centre there, so you can come and really experience the different types of way to store your Bitcoin, seed phrases, how to use, using the seed signer. There's a miner there. There's stamps where you can stamp some of your money. So it's just really good. So I just took some photos just to for our.
We're going to make information
sheets,
cards, pages, because it doesn't mean much to anybody who's never touched Bitcoin before. Yeah. And part of it is to materialize Bitcoin, because a lot of it is in the head. But if we can bring it into the real world where it's like, this is a seed phrase, look how it's stamped into this metal to protect it. I think it's going to help grasp it.
Yes.
And
it just it's just this whole sort of a step-by-step process on what would happen if you needed to get in and see what's happening with your hard store wallet.
Cold store,
so that's really cool.
Cold storage air gapped for the win.
And then what did we do after that? Okay, then James came in and recorded a pre-recording with Charlie for adopting BTC, and while they were doing that, I did some yoga in the centre with Sam and Evelyn, which was really lovely. So Sam twice a week. So if you're in Berlin, and actually we could put that in the calendar, I didn't think of that, on a Tuesday and on a Thursday here in the Bitcoin Centre, there is some dance and some yoga. Yeah. So if you're interested in doing that in the evenings, then you can come and check it out. Yeah,
it's evolving. It's getting busy. Like right now, there's English classes next door. If you can hear that, the laughing of young people, which is cool. It's happening. We're going to Friday?
Yes.
All right. So we tried to purchase the milk on Thursday for our kefir. Hey, how you guys doing? And we found out that we actually needed to do it Friday morning. So that was kind of cool to know that we could do it early in the morning. So you can get the milk late in the evening or early in the morning. And we paid with Bitcoin. And this is a family, this family's been in the region for a long time. This guy is super authentic. It's a great experience. And we just pay his username. He doesn't even bring out his wallet and he gets money. So that's really cool. We're grateful. I think Riley found him.
Yeah, I don't know who found him, but
but it's cool. He's a great family. They're actually connected to one of our favourite places in the Gastronomica as well, which is cool. Then we had Spanish lessons in the morning, and we, just in case anyone's asking, we are doing them with a Salvadorano, and we pay in Bitcoin for those, which is super cool. Let us know if you'd like to talk to them. We've got a couple of people now. And then Nikki spent some time in the garden. Then in the afternoon, we had a podcast call with Lawrence Lepar, and he is from Ireland. He runs the Bitcoin conference in Ireland, and it was really interesting. He wanted to learn more about Berlin, which was really cool. Yeah,
so we had a really good conversation with him, and looking forward to hearing that come out and see.
So he's met Charlie in person, which is really cool, and they met each other in Ireland, I think, and we tried to encourage him to come this year, but it looks like he'll come next year.
Yeah.
So, but that was good. That was fun. So keep an eye out for that. We'll share it when it comes out. Then we had a call with Mark of Bitcoin, and funnily enough, there's a message from him right now. And that was really cool. We talked about his trip here, as Nikki mentioned at the beginning, and talked about trying to plan the direction that he goes around to get everything in.
Yeah.
And we actually used our calendar that we share with people. So it's a really useful tool if you're planning your trip and you want to do a lot of Bitcoin activities. And then we went round to Quinton and Sam's for dinner. There were a couple of fresh chickens there, literally prepared that afternoon.
Yes.
Fresh off the farm.
So that was great. It was just ended up being a little bit late. But we had lots of things to do to pack up and get ready to
things were behind schedule, and then they ran out of gas, and just things started compiling, and it got too late for us. We were like, we need to sleep because we had a big drive tomorrow. But it was lots of fun catching up with everyone, and as we mentioned, it's part of the culture that's sort of happening here in Berlin. We're developing meetups around food, which is really good, and things like that. It's cool. All right, Saturday.
Okay, so we are Saturday now, and we had an early morning start, just prepping actually for this video, but also just doing some packing and cleaning up the fridge and all those sorts of things you do when you're going to go away for a couple of weeks. We came in, we're recording the show, we've got Tim here. Tim brought in some new treats. He's got some raw coconut, and he's blended that up and he's put honey with it, and he's made these honey balls, and so it's just honey and raw coconut. And they're really good. They remind me of those rice puff balls. That's what they remind me of.
Do you make the coconut from coconuts? You do. You actually he grates it. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. They were really great.
There you go, handmade.
So there'll be a request if you come to visit Berlin. Come over and ask for Tim's coconut balls. What are you calling them, Tim?
Local cocoa balls.
Oh, local cocoa. Some local cocoa balls.
Paletas, local cocoa paletas. Yeah, local cocoa balls. Crazy cocoa balls.
Yep. All right, and then so then James is going to now do another video call with Charlie.
Hopefully.
Adopting.
I haven't seen any messages from Charlie. Okay. And I can't hear him out there. So
if he turns up.
Yeah.
And then we will be heading home, quickly packing the car up, and we will be out of here. Up to San Salvador, then to Ataco, and we'll spend the night in Ataco, and then we'll cross the border tomorrow morning.
Should be exciting. So we'll be in Guatemala when you guys are watching this. So hello from Guatemala. I'm waving to that.
Yeah. We'll be actually... Oh, we're here. We will actually hopefully be doing a salsa class, because I think we have a salsa class on Monday night.
Yeah. On Monday night.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to Guatemala. It's first time out of the country in 2.5 years for me, which will be good. El Salvador is the only Latin American country I've ever been to. So it'll be an adventure and good to get out. But yeah, same for Nikki actually. It'll be your first alternative Latin American country too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and we intend to go and visit Bitcoin Lake as well, which will be really good. So it'll be good to talk about that and a couple of other tourist activities up there.
Yeah.
So we're going to be tourists.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So we're in the outro, are we?
Well, we're in the Q&A.
The Q&A. Okay.
Our Q&A, or we can still talk about the outro a little bit. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go subscribe to our newsletter. Subscribe to our news channel. Also check out our webpage, because we're slowly updating that. I'm going to put I might start sharing the Berlin page.
Yes, it is a work in progress, so we're updating it. We're working on, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, our website is a work in progress, but if people are starting to plan to come to adopting, the web page is going to be useful, because we're listing things like places to stay,
how to get here, different ways of getting here,
transport,
things to do when you're here.
Yes. Yeah. So it's going to be useful. And then you can also see our NOSTR profile link on there, which is super convenient. Check out it's another app that sits on top of the protocol. Primal app. Those guys are pushing really hard to be a really good quality experience on the protocol. And you own all your content. So if you ever took your keys to another app, this is the interesting thing about it. Take your keys to another app, such as there's an app called Satlantis, which is about building. They want to be kind of like an Airbnb, but not really, for people who are into NOSTR and Bitcoin. And when you import your keys into there, or log in with your keys in there, you will have access to their accommodation service, and it pulls all of your social graph data with you because you own it, which is really cool. Just to give people an idea of the power of this. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Cool.
All right, and before we finish off, just My First Bitcoin, I think, is a big thing. So if you are looking at coming to My First Bitcoin, God, I don't know why
There's
I'm
so
saying
many
that.
Bitcoin names.
Adopting BTC
Yeah.
is the thing that I really want to push. And if you are looking at coming to El Salvador for Adopting BTC, it is at the 16th and 17th of
Yep.
November. Maybe, just maybe, you could, do a side hustle and go down to Suriname and see the conference there, which I think is from the 7th to the 9th.
Yeah, that's the week before.
The week before. So you go to Suriname, check Suriname out, then come up to the Adopting BTC. Make sure you're here for the 15th, which is the unconference and the premiere movie night. Stay then for the Adopting for 16th, 17th. El Zonte on the 18th, then come up to Berlin.
Yeah.
Look, easy. I've planned your trips. No problem.
Professional Bitcoin travel agent now. You could get into that.
Yeah.
You've got connections.
I have.
All right. I think that's us.
Yes,
Let's do it. Let's let you guys enjoy the rest of your week.
Yep. And thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
And we will hopefully be live next week from Guatemala.
Wow. We'll see how we go.
We don't know
All
what the
right.
internet's like.
We're not
Nothing.
sure where
we're not
we'll
sure.
be.
But we will see.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. And
All
we'll
right.
see you soon.
Bye. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, thank you.
This is the highlight of it. Saturday or Monday or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. That was Travis calling me.
Yeah, it's
my
all the-
son. Yeah. Because he must be due to leave United States.
Maybe he wants to stay.
Oh, damn. It starts his full-time paid internship this week. Awesome. Jocelyn was 70%.